Can't be replaced. So no one else knows what to do. That's why I spend my life with you. I wanna please you any way I can.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be doing a seafood gumbo. Before we get into this delicious dish, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any new dishes. Okay, so I got a very large boiler. I'm going to be making my seafood stock first. By doing so, I'm going to add in some butter, then let that cook down a little bit. Alright, so I decided to use a smaller pot. The butter has now melted down, and I'm adding in the shells of the shrimp so I can go ahead and make this seafood stock. Add in about a cup of chicken broth, however, veggie broth is just as good. I grabbed my largest boiler and added in my andouille sausages. The pan is actually dry. I'm going to brown them for a little while. Now that the sausage has browned, I remove them from the boiler and turn the heat down. I'm going to keep all the brown at the bottom because I'm going to need that for my next step. Okay, so now we're going to add in 1 full cup of oil. Alright, so now I also added in butter. And yes, guys, I'm going to be using oil and butter as my base. Gradually add 1 cup of flour, mix well while scraping the bottom of the pot. Scraping the pot is key in this step. Continue mixing everything together as well as scraping the bottom of the pot. Add in a little bit more flour. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the remainder of my flour and continue to mix. Yes, we're gonna be mixing for a very long time. Mixing and stirring can take up to an hour. This might be a little workout, but again, who doesn't need it? Let's get to it. An hour later, you see how brown it has gotten? And y'all, this is just oil, butter, and flour. That's it, nothing else just yet. Keep on stirring, stirring and stirring constantly and getting the bottom. Want everything to mix very well. And want to scrape off the burnt part from our previous step so that it can add some flavor. So now go ahead and add 1.5 cups of onion and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our veggies. So in the beginning, we kept the heat very low at like 2-3. I'll say 3.5. And now we're going to go ahead and put it on medium. And this is still just the onions. You want to melt down the onions and like kind of caramelize them. And you see I'm just steady mixing, steady mixing. Add a cup of bell pepper. Go ahead and add 2 cups of celery. Now I'm going to add a handful of parsley, which is equivalent to about 1/2 cup of parsley. And mix that very well. Per usual, still scraping the bottom of the pan. scraping the bottom. We want all that, all of it. Now add in 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped garlic. Mix for only 1 minute, y'all. Just 1 minute, because we do not want our garlic to burn. You do not want your gumbo to be bitter. I promise you that. Here's the seafood stock that we've been letting simmer and do its thing. But now it's time to drain it. I use a strainer over a pot to get rid of the shrimp shells. They have served their purpose. Thank you so much, shrimp shells, for making this a delicious dish. You can either put these in compost or just discard them. It's whatever you would like to do. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and mix everything together and let it simmer for a little while longer. My food spicy, so I'm adding 1/2 tablespoon of serrano peppers. I remove the seeds, which are the hottest components of any pepper. So if you're ever cooking with peppers, please remove the seeds because you don't want that. And I really do love fresh herbs. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in some fresh thyme that I've chopped up. Two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the dogs that I grew beside. Your fresh rosemary, whichever herb you prefer. But for me, on this dish, it's thyme. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in some Slap Your Mama. I love this stuff. I do not measure too often, please forgive me. I kind of just judge it with my eyes and, you know, go with my heart. I just caught a shorty off a All right, so now I'm adding in the adobo. Typically I use in kosher salt or Lawry's. I didn't have any Lawry's, so adobo it is. So we're gonna add in a 1/2 tablespoon of pepper flakes. Right now I'm just stuck inside a crib on my own. All right, so now I'm gonna add in a whole lot of black pepper, y'all. Again, I don't measure, so I'm not sure how much, but I will say it was a lot. Baby girl, you know me. I'm outside in it. Right outside. Two-time, baby girl, you know me. All right, so now just add in some chicken, boil cubes, and yes, my hands are clean. Baby, cook smarter, not harder. The rice isn't the star here. So honestly, Uncle Ben's it is really great for beginners who don't know how to cook rice or for the advanced who just don't have time. Why not? Honestly, just follow the directions on the box and you got it. Look, I'm trying to save some time, so I'm gonna add in some butter and garlic salt. Typically, I would add in kosher salt, but honestly, I just don't have the time tonight, so I'm gonna add in garlic salt. But if I was gonna use kosher salt, I would have not used the garlic salt. You don't want your food to be too salty, so that's what's going on right now.
Issue. Where I'm from, bro, all we know we get bread, pull up, niggas show me. Running up the check like some fucking Roshis. Ain't about to check, nigga, don't approach me.
And you cannot forget the black pepper. In my case, I'm doing freshly shaved pepper, but you can do whatever pepper you would like to use, whatever you have on hand. Do what you need to do. However, make sure that your rice is seasoned. That's the best advice I have.
The ones who all know only got control me. Smoking nowadays, I always need three to hold me. The father, the son.
Now add in the sausage, y'all. You know the sausage we put to the side? Go ahead and add that. Let it cook down for about 15 minutes. Y'all, the sausage is already done, so I had to try some, and it was good. Yep, it was.
The holy smoke, the cool, mama. I found me a bun that Nova Scotia blue, mama. The father, the son, the holy smoke, the cool, mama. I found me a bun that Nova Scotia blue.
Okay, so don't forget the W sauce or the Worcestershire sauce. I hope I said it correctly. It's such a funny word. But anyway, add in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and mix it very well.
I'm a visionary.
Y'all better excuse my ashy hands. I've been washing my hands non-stop because why would you not while you cooking? So excuse me, please. Thank you.
But working on my confidence and respect, I get a lot of it. I don't ever mean to contradict.
Okay, y'all, so here go the fun part. We're gonna add in our shrimp.
Just a 10, my dad in the wind, I felt that the wind. My dog just caught another body now. He popping Xannies again. That slipping at the cul-de-sac. Sliding on the Osland toe tag. Just in Miami, I was chilling with a Zozak. In the Rolls Royce, I don't need a low jack. Keep the 45, I had to hold it. Gotta ride with it cause I'm chosen. I just pulled up, won't let me land.
When you buy crab legs, typically they're already done, already been washed, seasoned, and done. But for me, I still, for whatever reason, I had to go ahead and clean them and add them to my boiler later. But I'm gonna add a lot of crab legs, but I don't think it's really a thing of too many crab legs because what are you talking about? Not gonna hold you, but I forgot about the shrimp. They shriveled up a little bit, but most people I cook for, they like their food very well done. That's not how I like my food, but that's how they like theirs.
Niggas talk shit, but they never ever know.
Okay, so now I'm adding in the crab legs.
I've been on top for a while. That's how I chip it to the moon. That's how I make gon' go.
All right, y'all, we almost done. So just go ahead and mix it all together. We've been doing that all night, so just keep going, just keep mixing it.
I'm sliding in the road, sliding in like I'm sliding in the beam.
All right, so I let it simmer for about 30 minutes. So now let's take a look and see what we have here.
If it's up, then it's up with us.
All right, so the rice was already plated. So now I'm just gonna add in the gumbo juice. To me, that's the best part of this entire dish is the juice. It took forever to make it, and it is so freaking good, y'all. It smelled so good as I was plating this. My mouth was watering. Gumbo can be a very intimidating dish to make. However, it's really simple. Just take your time with it. You can add whatever you want to it, chicken or duck. It's all up to you. You can make it spicier or milder. It's your dish. Have fun. Oh my God, y'all, look how great it turned out. It tastes just as good as it looked. It was amazing. It was so fun to make. It was so fun to eat. And let me know how you feel about this dish in the comment section, guys. I really would appreciate it. As well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and press on your notifications so you won't miss any other dishes coming your way. Thank you again. Bye.
No one else knows what to do. That's why I find in my life.